Hello, my lovely cryptids, and welcome to the first ever episode of Siren's Lair, Stories with Siren. I'm your host, Siren, of course, and today we're going to be reading a little story written by the delightful Fuzzie-and-Chubbie from Tumblr. Thank you so much to this wonderful author for allowing me to read their story for this podcast. And of course, without further ado, let's get into the story. You used to be thin. You used to have a flat belly and trim waist that let you slip on and button your pants with ease. And that was a year ago. And to be honest, you still thought that this was true about yourself, even as you struggled to tug your pants over your soft, fleshy hips and pull the flaps close enough to hook the button into its hole. It didn't register how much your body had changed. Laundry could indeed shrink, and bloating was very normal. Never mind the fact that you always seemed to be bloated. After a few minutes of struggling that left you short of breath, you resigned to using a rubber band to cover the gap between your pants button and its hole. They would fit soon enough. You were just extra bloated today. Most people would have bought new pants by now, but to do that would mean you would have to admit that your body had changed in such a way that couldn't be explained away by bloating. You would have to go into the fitting room, surrounded by those mirrors, and face the image of yourself you looked away from in your own mirror. The round, heavy belly that stuck out from your frame and sagged over your waistband. The bulging, soft gut that pulled your shirts taut over its expanse, leaving a gentle dent where your belly button was long swallowed by pillowy fat. You would have to turn in those mirrors and see your plump love handles spilling over your once toned sides. And when you shifted, you would see your lower belly jiggle with the movement, a feeling you were already familiar with, but desperately tried to ignore. Those mirrors wouldn't let you tell lies to yourself. It would plainly tell you that you had gotten fat. Your shape was no longer tight and trimmed. Instead, it flowed and spilled into every open space it could find, which you realized included past the hemlines of your shirts. You would put your pudgy hands under your exposed, full overhang, pick it up to see the hips it ballooned over, and then drop it back down with a large wobble that jostled your soft chest. Then you would look back on those many months you neglected your workout routine in favor of frequent, very frequent, hearty meals. How you being bloated all the time was really just the aftermath of you constantly stuffing yourself. You couldn't bring yourself to give that up, to return to your carefully planned exercises and portioned meals. In fact, you always hated it. Now you knew the bliss of zero restraint. Instead, you bought a few pants, each a little loose and stretchy, and ordered twice as much takeout as normal. If fat was going to be the marker of good food and enjoying yourself, then you were going to be fat. Massively fat. Oh my, isn't that just a treat? Well, I can certainly appreciate that as an admirer myself. And again, thank you so much to Fuzzie-and-Chubbie from Tumblr for allowing us to read this story today. Honestly, this one definitely paints a delicious picture. I'm afraid that's all the time that we have for today, but I'll see you again next time. Until then, ta-ta!